Yeah, we're going live. Welcome to Hammer Dahn!
Oh!
Number one sports betting show that comes out of the Pat McAfee corporate offices. I am Todd Diggs.
Atta baby toe.
That's Bubba Gumpino. He's the Canadian station. He's a bearded water wide.
Good day, Tony.
Good day to you, Saya. You were on the Hawks, right?
Hell yeah. Gino, baby.
Bruce, how we doing?
What's going on, dude? I took the Broncos.
That was the most.
You
Seahawks were the most Bruce play of all time.
Yep.
taking the Broncos was one of the most surprising things I've ever heard in my life.
Yep, yeah. I mean, so the correct side doesn't always win. Last night I thought the incorrect side would win, and I was incorrect. So
Two wrongs don't make a right.
that's how it goes. I just felt like it was just a little bit too obviously the Seahawks, but I think once the pregame show goes.
As soon as you've seen all those boys there, like Marshawn and Sherman and everybody, it just had the feel that it was going to be the Seahawks night.
Mitt, you had a Seahawks money line out there and the under. Good for you, pal.
Hell yeah, I'd had a great night last night, Tony. Thank you.
You're welcome, Mitt.
Also, guess what we got tonight?
What's that? What's tonight?
We got White Sox baseball back.
Okay. I thought
We didn't have a game yesterday.
I was like, wait a second. Action's not fucking back yet. So.
And I apologize to the viewers on this that I have been sleeping on the South Side train that has been rolling. I was getting my football just dialed in. I'm back. We're going for the playoff push.
Okay. Good to hear. Good to hear, Mitt. We will do some baseball today. We'll do a little college football. We'll talk about it a little bit. See if the boys have dug in. See if they've got anything they like so far. But first, and we'll do a little NFL. We'll start there. I don't think we should overreact to what happened last night. Personally,
Really?
I thought Seattle looked really good in the first half. I think they're going to be able to run the ball, but they also didn't score at all in the second half. I'm still not super high on the Seattle Seahawks moving forward.
No, not at all. That was their Super Bowl.
Yes, it was.
But I also still think the Broncos are the worst team in that division.
I was hoping. Now, here's classic buy low, sell high matchup for week 2. Everyone just saw what the Niners did against the Bears, and they just saw what the Seahawks did against the Broncos. So people are going to be high on the Seahawks, low on the Niners. But 9.5 is quite a number to look at for Niners against Seahawks to look at a buy low, sell high situation.
Yeah, that's a lot. 7.5 would have been nice. I might lay it just because I think the Niners are that good.
Uh-huh.
I really do. I think the first game was an anomaly, but as far as the Broncos go, like that's just the Russell Wilson offense at this point, right?
Yeah, I mean he didn't look good, tell you that.
He was getting PIs on underthrows. He was doing the Carl Wentz.
Classic.
You know what I mean? Like even the ball to Judy was underthrown.
Yes,
he
it
never
was.
led anybody. I know it's first game, classic overreaction, but Russell Wilson has not played very good football in quite some time, my friend.
Who do they have in week 2? Broncos have. They are not now. They're okay. So similar situation to what we just talked about. Niners and Seahawks. Buy low, sell high. Broncos. Buy low, -9.5 against a sell high situation in the Texans where they just covered against the Colts.
I don't mind Dougie Mills and the boys.
I mean, Dougie Mills might go 16-0 against the spread. 17-0, sorry.
But
might go.
like the only thing is like if you're gonna kick it at the end, that's fine. But you paid a guy $250 million, traded 3 good players, not just players, 3 good players and draft picks to go win that game with that guy. Did you not?
Yeah. That's what a lot of people were saying. I mean, it took them 4 minutes to go from the 20 to the 50. I don't even know how that happened.
Dude, they threw 50 screen passes last night.
It took them 4 minutes. They got the ball back with 4 minutes and 2 seconds on the clock to go from the 20 to the 46 or whatever.
And then Williams was rushing like 8 yards per, and then they just threw Melvin Gordon in out of nowhere.
So that's what I was thinking, like as far as the game for San Francisco and Seattle goes, say this weekend. San Francisco's still going to want to run the ball. I
don't know if those Seahawks corners are going to hold up.
Fucking Javonte Williams, he only had 7 carries. He had 6 yards a carry.
Yeah, he should. He's got to be the number one back.
Melvin Gordon had 5 yards a carry. You would think the Niners rushing offense could have some success against Seattle. And then Seattle, I thought Seattle.
Who's their number one RB now? Trey Sermon?
Jeff Wilson.
Jeff Wilson, he's had some run. He's had some run.
Yeah, he's not horrible. I feel like
Shan, he'll get the boy run.
I feel like they got a few other guys.
I mean,
Trey Sermon was nice last year before he got hurt.
Their depth chart is Jeff Wilson, and then Trey Sermon's not even on the 53 anymore.
No.
They got 2 rookies. It's Jeff Wilson and 2 rookies, Jordan Mason and Tyrion Davis-Price. So you might see Debo in the backfield quite a bit too.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I'm going to take any of those games. 9.5.
No, it's tough when the trends run into a 9.5 point favorite.
Jesus Christ, is this college football? Look at the lines for this week. You have Rams, Falcons 10.5, Niners, Seahawks 10.5, Bengals, Cowboys is 7.5. Still pisses me off. 9.5 for Broncos and Texans, 9.5 for Packers and Bears, 9.5 for Bills and Titans. Tons. Any of those dogs? We'll say this: what dog do you trust the most? Titans, Bills, Bears, Packers. They're all 9.5 pretty much. Texans, Broncos, and Seahawks, 49ers, and then Falcons, Rams.
I almost want to say the fucking Falcons.
Part of me wants to say Dougie Mills.
Yeah, it's either the Texans or the Atlanta Falcons.
At least like last week, they're all these dogs are on the road.
Of all the dogs, I'm kind of looking most at the Cardinals again, which I'll probably regret.
No.
And then the Titans bounce back.
Yeah,
that's Titans.
I really am still kind of high on the Titans. I don't know why.
Really?
Maybe it's because I took Derrick Henry in our fantasy draft.
Sure, that's what you should base your betting off of.
Well, I mean, I have a hard time thinking Coach Vrabel is going to have just in general a bad year with Derrick Henry, and Ryan Tannehill can still kind of run the ship. I don't know.
No.
I mean,
no,
I
that's
like Braves,
the issue
man. I
here.
like Braves.
You lose A.J. Brown. Everyone knows you're going to run it every fucking play now. And Tannehill wets his pants.
Let's look at some games in the NFL where week 2, it's kind of like you still don't know who teams are, but there are some teams where not too much has changed. Like the coaching staff is the same, the core players are kind of like Thursday night. I think like the Chargers and Chiefs coaching staff's all the same. Now you lose Tyreek and the Chargers bring some guys in and stuff like that. 4.5 is the number.
4.5 now?
Yeah, it's up to 4.5 now. When they played last year, Chiefs lost the first time 30-24, and then they won in overtime the second time. So both games were close.
McDuffie's out, they're saying?
Yeah, which is huge. Apparently he looked really good in week 1. Keenan Allen also going to be out, which is also huge.
Very
and he's still out.
Mike Williams wasn't super involved in that game either.
No, the Chargers' offense during that game was
they're spreading it out.
Like they made some plays here and there, but their defense had so many turnovers. They didn't really there was short fields. They didn't have to do a ton.
Raiders defense that ain't supposed to be great on the back end.
Correct. I don't know where I'm going yet. I haven't looked at the numbers really yet for this one. But
probably be on the chefs.
I already
come on. You know you're going to be on the chefs.
I already bought the Chiefs money line before it gets steamed up a bit. I'll probably play them at the spread too.
Chiefs money line.
Yeah.
Chiefs money line.
When you laying the 220 or
190? We got it at.
Oh,
basically expecting the flood, which is coming. So,
I will. See, people are going to.
Feels like an overplay. It'll be the under.
Ooh, 54.5 is a ginormous total.
Yeah.
Thursday.
About as ginormous as you can get of a total in the NFL. So let's, for comparison.
It's for 100.
What was the Rams Chiefs in
Well, that one,
2018? That was
that
like
one
60. That was the
that one
highest
they
one
did
ever.
score 90 points in that game. But
Yeah.
That was, I know, but that was the highest total ever.
I obviously I haven't looked at anything yet, but because I know how the two games played out last year, and I think the Chargers do play the Chiefs well. 4.5 is 4.5. But I'm excited. Thursday night's gonna be an awesome first game.
Should be a banger.
I'm leaning Chiefs. I think Staley's gonna mess that one up bad.
Okay.
What do you think what do you think it closes at here? I think 6.5, honestly.
Yeah, actually, I want to take it early right
When it
now.
gets to
Actually,
there,
I want
and
to
I
take
am
mine early now.
auto taking Chargers.
Yeah. I mean, I think
6.5.
I think the Chiefs should be laying 6 without Keenan Allen.
It should at least be at 5.
Dude, I think 4.5 is a lot.
Let me see.
These games
where
were
the
tight
money's
last
at.
year, dude. There's basically the same teams, more or less. Chargers might have got better.
72% of the action early on is on the Chiefs.
Now we're going to get into the fucking Chiefs never cover trend again.
Well, that for a long time that was real. I don't know.
That was fucking tough.
That
dude.
was
That
crazy.
was a tough run.
Was that
Being
like-
like
it was
the
like
best
2 and-
team in football and somehow
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
cover.
Like
it.
2 and 15 ATS. Like,
The writing was
was
on the
rough.
wall that they weren't winning that Super Bowl.
well, then they turned it around. Other games here that I think maybe you can kind of look at what's happened in the past. Where was I looking? Whose schedule was? Oh, that's the whole thing.
The predominant
Seahawks.
theme is just underdogs that either lost outright or failed to cover by more than a touchdown in week 1. Kind of, pretty obvious, but all the trends basically just support underdogs that did not cover or win in week 1. Take them this week.
Okay. Bucks are at the Saints now. Those teams now. Sean is gone. Okay.
If the story tells us correctly, the Saints should win this game,
Yes,
right? Dennis Allen always finds a way to shut down Tom, and now he's the head coach.
he does. And Rex came on Pat's show today and made a good point. If Godwin's out, and Russell Gage is out, if he is or not, I'm
So
not.
too?
I don't know if he's out or not.
I didn't see that.
But I know he was banged up. Did he play in week 1?
He got like one target, maybe.
Yeah, I know he was banged up. So and it's just Mike Evans.
Julio.
It's 2.5. Yeah, and
Scotty
Julio.
Miller.
Okay, we'll just name them all.
Julio actually
I mean,
looked
shit,
good.
they have
Russell
a lot of
Gage.
weapons.
No, he did. It's 2.5 now. It is juiced. I've never seen this much juice on a spread. Minus 135 for minus 2.5 for the Bucks.
What's the other way? Plus 1.
Oh, they just don't want to go
No,
to
it's
3.
plus 110. They just don't want to go to 3 because I think they know if it goes to 3, a ton of Saints money is going to come in.
Why don't they
Yeah,
just
what
play
do we
a whole
got? What are
number?
we looking at to buy to 3.5 right now? Then
For the Saints,
yeah,
Minus 130, I bet.
buy sell points.
No, it'd probably be
120?
minus 110, right?
No,
Right.
it's not going to be minus 110.
It should be at 115 if it's at minus 135.
Saints plus 3.5 is minus 140.
Wow.
What the fuck?
Bill,
Robbing us
Right.
blind.
they know what they're doing. they're holding that 3 hostage.
Yeah, I mean it's a key
I-
How
number.
much juice is this game getting? What the fuck?
If you're new to the show, by the way, and why we're talking about this, the key numbers in the NFL, because 80-some% of the games or whatever the fucking number is falls between 0 and 7 points. So 7 is the most key number of all the NFL numbers. If a team is laying 6.5, it is 1,000 times better than a team laying 7.5. The second key number is 3. If a team's laying 2.5, it's 1,000 times better than laying 3.5. So you got 7, 3, 6, 4, 10, 14 in that order ish. What?
I would put the 10 in at least the 3 spot.
You
and
would
then
put
the 14.
Well, how often is an NFL spread 10? Not excluding this week.
Yeah, I don't know. Good amount.
Good amount.
I love the Saints though. I worship it.
Yeah, that's like one that I.
They're
love.
kind of
Five-star.
they're also kind of a buy low spot too because they looked against the Falcons, and then Bucks. Everyone saw kind of dominate on Sunday night.
Yes, I have a hard time betting against Tom Brady when Marcus Mariota. I understand Marcus Mariota also has a running game and that whole thing, but Marcus Mariota completed a good amount of passes against that Saints secondary. Like Tom Brady's gonna
The
dice them.
Cowboys also stink, Mitt.
Yeah, I mean, sorry, your quarterback breaks his fucking
They
hands. That has
stunk
nothing to do with
before
this.
that, dude.
Dude, that was in like the fourth quarter, dude. They were never close.
Yeah, dude, sorry.
Don't
man.
blame
Fucking tried
them
to
on a
have-
hand,
they tried to have
dude. You were
fucking
never
number
close.
85 Brown, who I thought we got rid of 2 years ago as a fucking starting Z receiver. I was like, what the fuck?
So are you trying to say that because they had to start him that makes them better or worse? I can't.
No, I just
That's
think
what
it's,
I'm saying.
it's
Like, I don't buy that
unbelievable
the
that
Bucks
they did
are that
nothing
great.
to do that.
Okay.
I mean, their secondary is pretty fucking good, and they have a great pass rush, and Tom Brady looked like Tom Brady against that. So I'm betting on Tom Brady. There was no point for that shot just to make me mad.
What shot? That the
What
Cowboys
shot?
stink?
Yeah, obviously come on, dude. I was wearing a Dak Prescott hoodie jersey.
We're talking buy low, sell high. That's all we're talking
Dude,
about.
you buried the Falcons. All I'm saying is the Cowboys weren't much better than the Falcons on Sunday.
I did not bury the Falcons. I said Marcus Mariota threw on that defense. I think Tom Brady's better than Marcus Mariota. That's all I said.
You also said the Cowboys had a chance before Dak got hurt.
No, I just brought up that he got hurt, and I was upset about it.
All right.
Can we stop trying to make me mad so that
No,
people can
no
laugh?
one was doing that.
No one did. You just tried to
We're
fucking
literally
run it
just
back.
doing the show, and you get mad. Pats and Steelers. I feel like those coaching staffs are you lose McDaniels. Bill's always there, but
I want to take the Steelers just like last week.
good news on TJ. He'll be back at some point here in late October, early November. But that does nothing for this game. Did you watch this? You watch them more than anyone. How did the Pats? Because the Pats, did they move it a little bit and then turn it over?
Yeah, so they were driving first possession, and then
the end zone,
made
it
the
was
play. Javon Holland pick off,
Yeah.
and I mean they moved it a bit, but not much.
I don't see a lot of points being scored in this one. I really do
You're
not.
probably right there.
I really do not. Now, it's a completely different offensive coaching staff for the Dolphins, but the same defensive coaching staff minus what's his name?
Flores.
Minus Brian Flores, who has had Lamar's
But you got
number.
Flores, right? So that's
Well, yeah,
that is
for the pay.
the reason why I kind of lean Pittsburgh here.
But for Dolphins and Ravens, I'm saying Dolphins
Oh.
have had Lamar's number. Same coaching staff minus Flores. They kept everyone else. 3.5, 3 hooks, not a bad little number for the Dolphins.
Depends what you take away from the Ravens game.
Yeah, they started slow and then obviously, just kind of busted it open. And Joe Flacco did nothing.
I'll say this about the Ravens-Jets game. The Ravens didn't run the ball at all.
No.
They
Yeah,
ran
that was odd.
for
They-
60 yards.
They really need J.K. Dobbins back. I think he's questionable this week.
Sure.
And
Because
probably
he almost played in week 1, apparently. Shout out Rap for being right on that one.
Yeah, that was a tough one.
I lean Dolphins early here.
Here we go.
This also might be an under for me.
living in the land down under.
Living in the land down under.
That should be a fucking ball game.
There's so many big spreads. Maybe we'll do some of the bigger spreads tomorrow. Panthers and Giants is 2.5. Is that an overreaction?
To the Giants?
It's a point.
What do you mean?
Is that
An overreaction?
To the Giants being favored is what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but they were going to be,
All right.
1.5 if they lost?
I don't know, Mitt. I know you're getting upset.
I'm not upset, all right? So last year the Giants beat the Panthers 25-3. Just football wise, I feel good about the Giants going into that, but then the Panthers have the trends on their side, and I think you can sign it up for a dogfight, one score game.
Here's my worry for the Panthers is they got ran all over on Sunday. Now, are the Giants as good of a running team as the Browns? Absolutely not. But Saquon did get going in the second half. So
running the ball really well.
I do worry about the Panthers stopping
And
the
Derrick
run.
Henry only went for what, 82?
Yep.
Yeah.
McCaffrey only ran for 31 last
Well,
week.
he only had
10?
Yeah, I don't know. But it felt like he had big plays. Like I remember watching Red Zone and feeling like he had big plays, and then I went and looked at the stat sheet and there wasn't.
Yeah, I think he was only out there for about like half the snaps, something like that.
That'll
I
be an
lean
interesting
Panthers there.
How about Jets plus 5.5 against the Browns? Now
I can't touch this game. You're not doing that.
Now Jets, because you want to go for the league, but you also can't take the Jets.
I can't. I mean, I don't know. Salah talking about keeping receipts. Like, I don't know if this is the time to be saying that, dude.
Yeah, I know, right?
Like, the Jets are a bad football team, and I don't know why anybody thinks otherwise.
Now, did the Jets play the run well against the Ravens, and are they going to play it well against the Browns and force Jacoby to throw? Who knows? But you're not going to see me on the Jets.
No.
I think you might see me on the Jets here.
I respect it.
Yeah, I mean, just catching 5.5, Jacoby and Flacco. I feel like that's fairly even. Like you said, the Jets did a pretty good job of stopping the run, and I feel like they might get a little bit healthier. Didn't they have like Rondell? No, not Rondell.
Rondell was out for the Cardinals.
The Elijah Moore.
And then the other close one, as far as spread's concerned, Commanders are 1.5-point dogs going into the Lions.
Love the Commanders. There's no reason Detroit should be favored here.
Well, if you think about it, though, now it was
Lions they did this all last year, dude. They go down huge and fucking come back.
Now, I got some loyal listener. Thank you for pointing it out. Who, it wasn't 38-7. It was 31-14 or whatever. They were still getting fucking dog walked, okay? The Lions were.
Yeah.
Can you say that they came back and made it close versus who people think the Eagles are a good team and the football team struggled with the Jags, who probably aren't a good team? Who knows? I don't know. Probably not a game that I'm going to want to put a lot of money on. I wouldn't say it's going to be a 5-star game.
I didn't see enough for the Commanders to go from -1 to +1.5.
Oh, it's moved.
Yeah, like it opened -1 Commanders. Now it's almost +2 Commanders.
That one, there's no way that one gets to 3.
Don't lay any points out there. If you're going to take a side, just take the money line.
Oh, on this, yeah. Anything under.
I'll gladly take any points I can get with Carl Wentz.
Oh yeah.
Fair.
If you're on the dog, take.
the
I say take as many
I'm not
points
taking
as you can.
Commanders money line if I don't have to.
Yeah,
Correct. But if you're on the Lions, lay a little juice and take the.
For sure.
Have you guys looked at any college football games yet?
The total for that one opened at 44.5. It's now 49.5.
That's absurd. That'll be an underplay
Wow.
for sure. Has anybody looked at any college football games yet? If not, I could just run through some of them.
Yeah, I got a bunch here, Tom.
Oh,
but
really?
I kind of touched on them yesterday. If you want to run through.
Yeah, let's. I want to see what's in your head, and then if I got any something out.
Florida State at Louisville Friday night.
Man, I got that about as even as a game you could possibly get.
That should be a good game. I like Louisville on Friday night is quite a staple this season. I love it.
Yeah, and
did Florida State play last week?
no. So they had.
So they've only played LSU?
Easy. Everyone fucking take it easy.
They beat the Dukes
They
week
had the
0.
Dukes. They had the Dukes week.
Oh,
0,
yeah.
Oh.
A little scrimmage.
Get
Get the blood pumping.
That's not true.
Dukes covered that game.
Dukes covered, so they had the Dukes. Thank you, Mitt. They had the. By the way, Dukes are in Hawaii this weekend. Just something to look at.
Book your flights.
What a nightcap.
Well, no, they had Dukes and then LSU, which I don't know what to take from that LSU. I
They're
don't
getting points this weekend. LSU at home.
tell you what. I'm starting to. I have it written down. LSU.
Like, I don't know if I can die with the family again, but that seems generous.
So you have that one. I think that I probably won't take that one. I think that line is pretty fucking dead nuts on.
Yeah.
I will just have some Friday night action.
I hear you.
I probably will too take Louisville, but I am a little bit worried about physicality levels here. Could be a little overwhelming.
Florida State being more physical.
Yeah, I worry about Florida State just dominating the trenches.
Also, they had a week off to prepare.
Their quarterback looked very good at LSU.
Who? Travis, yeah.
Yeah, he looked way better.
Lake
Oh, you
Travis.
mean at LSU or Florida State's Travis?
Florida State's Travis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you were saying at LSU, yeah.
Yeah, when they played LSU, he looked a lot better than last year, dude.
Yeah, that kid looks like he's going to be an NFL talent, honestly.
Um,
I'm going L's up. You already know it. Malik Cunningham is going to be an NFL QB, too.
That's our guy.
What else you got, pal?
Hell's up. Syracuse getting 2.5 at home against Purdue is interesting.
I know that's another close one too. A lot of people I think are. This is either going to be like, all right, let's keep riding Syracuse, or they lose and all right, we're off Syracuse.
Yeah, like Purdue's looked all right.
They
Syracuse at home though, man,
I
just
know.
feels like an animal,
Tough place to play.
right?
Uh
Tough place to play. Muddy tailgates.
huh. Okay.
Good Snapchat. Rutgers minus 17.5 at Temple.
Okay, so we saw what Duke did to Temple, 31-0. But
Yeah.
then we saw what Duke did to fucking Northwestern. I wouldn't be on Temple's side though.
Rutgers covered 50.5 on the weekend.
Did Temple score?
I didn't think Rutgers could score 50 points.
Yeah,
Did
they
Temple
play 8
score
quarters?
any points this last weekend? Did they play last? Let me see.
I don't know. This Temple team is bad.
Oh, no, they beat Lafayette 30-14, so big win for Temple.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I don't know. Are you gonna take Rutgers there?
Yeah, for sure.
Or?
SMU at Maryland. Maryland minus 3.5.
I have that one written down. So
It's moving though. Like, it was Maryland opened at I think 2.5.
So what I did this week is I went through all of the numbers for these teams at the end of the last season, and I made lines if the two teams played the last week of last season, and then I have to go back and compare who the teams lost and stuff like that. But end of the year last season, I had SMU would have been like 7-point favorites against Maryland. Now I need to see who they lost and stuff like that. I haven't gone back and done all that research and stuff like that, but that's kind of how I'm approaching this week.
I'm high on Maryland.
Like last year, I would have had Old Dominion this week, maybe as a pick 'em, and now they're plus 10. So I may take a look at.
You back on the Dominion train?
Maybe they looked super bad.
Old
last week.
Dominion.
They look.
What is this
They laid
line?
an
I was
egg?
hoping we were gonna get a nice line on our Huskies at home. They're now favored by 3.5
I
against
know.
Michigan State.
I know. So like
What the fuck is going on?
Michigan State would have been a 10-point favorite at the end of last year against this team, but
Yeah,
now
but they didn't
now
have
they're
fucking
but that's a completely different situation.
panic slinging it.
Some games I might look at. I think it's a huge letdown potential spot for Texas.
That one's going down. It's at 12.5 now.
Yeah, against Meep.
Yeah.
Who my worry is though they have played some fucking dogfight games the first 2 weeks.
They pretty much played like that every game last year, though. Like, every game felt like it was a sweat.
I'm also looking potentially Northern Illinois minus the 2.5 against Vandy. Not that I love Northern Illinois that much. This would probably be like a fade Vandy spot. And then the other one, Western. These are just ones that I've gone through so far. Western Kentucky is plus 6.5 at IU. You know how I feel about the IU football team.
Yep.
Any other ones that anyone else is looking at early in the week?
Miami catching 5.5 at A&M.
Yeah.
I like Miami. I think what's his name's a good coach, Cristobal.
Cristobal, they have the better quarterback. Tyler Van Dyke's definitely the better quarterback.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They didn't look great last week, but they could have been looking ahead to Texas A&M.
And then I'm probably gonna lay it again with USC.
Ooh.
I like Fresno.
Yeah,
I like Fresno.
That's the classic Trojan horse shocker after.
Where's
the
that
trip
at
to
now?
Stanford.
12 and a half?
That USC.
Is it
I
12
mean,
and a half?
Lincoln Riley.
USC. They're fucking good, dude.
Did they play last year? They had to have, I think. Is that the game where Jake Hayner went off? Hold on, let me see.
Fresno's quarterback was fucking slinging it against the Beavs for a bit, though.
Yeah, Jake Hayner, he's good.
Lincoln Riley has that program already turned around. I mean, I don't think that that's a letdown spot at all.
No, they did not. They didn't play last
How about
year.
BYU catching 3.5 up at Oregon?
I know. That one has got my fucking
That's
antennas.
totally-
Take the Book of Mormon on the road.
You know I love them. I need to see if their wide receivers come back. BYU, that is. I'll probably be on them. There was a little bit of a worry because late in that game, Baylor started to run the ball.
I mean,
And Oregon has a good offensive line, or they're supposed to. So
we're
see.
2 weeks into the season. I'm already done with Baylor after one bet. they find a way to not cover in the most insane ways every week.
How about Liberty Bibberty catching
Okay.
16-17 over at Wake Forest?
Where did I have that at?
Don't hate it.
I had it written down because Liberty definitely would have been a favorite last year, but now that's a lot of points. I thought I had it written down. What did you say it was? How many points?
It's like 17.
16-17.
Ooh.
Jeez.
Oh, there it is right there. Yeah, Wake. Yeah. That's definitely on my list.
And then
It's a process. This whole handicapping during the week, it's a process. You know, you start with a list of like 60 games, and then you go down to 30 games, and then you probably bet, I don't know, 12.
and then the other one I'm curious about is the post Scott Frost era for
Nebraska.
the Nebraska Cornhuskers.
That one I'm also very interested in.
Welcoming
Who they got?
Oklahoma
Oklahoma.
Sooners coming to town, laying 11.5.
So I looked at that one. Here's why I won't be taking Nebraska. And I thought about it. I was like, ooh, fucking coach just got fired game. Automatically take Nebraska. They are 130th in defense, which 133, I believe, D1 schools. 121st in opponent yards per rush and 90th in opponent yards per pass. So I don't like to take teams that can't stop anybody.
It's fair, yeah. And Brent Venables taking over at Oklahoma. They're going to start stopping people all of a sudden for the first
But
time.
if you don't know, Oklahoma's offensive coordinator, I believe his name is Jeff Libby, just came over from Ole Miss, and they were running the Ole Miss offense, which they scored a lot of points. They scored a lot of points. So I'm probably going to stay away from that one. What's wrong, Bruce?
Is that you, Mitt? Feels like there's like an earthquake happening.
What?
No, I don't know if that is you.
That was me. I was shaking my leg.
I'm sorry. I thought we might be in the midst of a cataclysmic natural disaster.
Any other games before? Obviously, it's only Tuesday. We will dive deeper into the college football lines as the week goes on. But anything anyone else is looking at early?
Nah.
No, I love the Saints though. That's my main.
Okay.
That's my main
Just want
takeaway.
to
from
fucking
the
drive
show.
that home.
Run it back.
All right, pal or boys. You guys have any baseball tonight?
Yeah.
I'm sure it's Tuesday. I'm sure it's a full slate, huh?
Yeah, there's
Yep.
probably a full slate. I only looked at one game, and it is the Colorado Rockies are going
yeah,
into
man.
Southside. I took Southside -1.5 full game. The Rockies fucking stink.
Okay.
I got the Marlins first 5 money line. Alcantara on the bump.
Okay. Is he still fucking dominating?
Oh yeah, he's a dog.
He did now.
Twins -0.5. Ryan against Bubich.
Love it.
Cardinals -0.5 against the Brewers. I don't love, but I like Montgomery, so I'm laying it. Laying 0.5 again with the White Sox first 5 with Kopech.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Mariners with Logan Gilbert on the mound at home are getting +0.5 against the Dads.
I wanted to look at something real quick.
Mets are $5 favorites tonight.
What a deal.
$5?
Yeah, and they fucking lost outright last night.
Did you say $5?
Yeah. Yeah, they are.
I might sprinkle
DeGrom
Cubs.
versus Adrian Sampson. What's Adrian Sampson got going for him?
Nothing.
1, 2.
Sampson
Tell
for
you
the
what.
Cubs?
Yeah, tell you what. Not
Sampson's not terrible.
not terrible. Do I want to? What's the Cubs? Now I know Mets are laying 5. What are the Cubs?
We're getting 2.5
We're
for
getting
spot.
plus 350. First half.
Oh,
First half run line.
fucking.
They will
bet
ne-
the ponies.
They
dude.
will never give us fucking go bet the ponies if you want to throw some money away tonight.
I think I might spike that Chicago money line because that did ruin my parlay last night.
Yeah, plus 2.5 is minus 190. I'm not doing that.
No, I'm not doing that. I'm betting money line. Just $10 on it.
You, Brucey, you got any ball picks tonight?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
No.
Maybe tomorrow.
Tuesday's a weird day because you just got through the weekend of football. We're you're ramping up for the next weekend of football. Any footy? Shout out the Spurs today.
Dude.
Fucking sport.
Sporting going to win the Champions
They
League?
might,
dude.
dude. What the fuck?
They're walking everybody.
Yeah.
Any
You just
footy?
can't take road teams in this Champions League nonsense.
No, I'm getting smashed.
You just can't do it. You just got to just take the home team, draw no bet, and hope it works out.
I got Napoli on the road money line tomorrow at Rangers. I mean, Napoli's look very good in league. Lazio money line at Midtjylland.
Okay, love Midtjylland.
I mean, if Lazio can't beat Midtjylland, we're in a bad spot. They're only minus 110. I love that one.
They travel well too. Great supporters.
I don't know who travels well to Midtjylland, but let's hope. Freiburg, draw no bet at Olympiacos.
Okay, going against the Greeks.
And then I'm taking our golden goose, Union Berlin, double chance at Braga.
Okay.
Braga.
Would even consider sprinkling Union Berlin money line plus 225 the way they've been going.
Okay. Chiefs did place Trent McDuffie on the IR, so he is out for 4 weeks at least.
Does it feel like there's been more injuries in week 1 than before or no?
There's a ton, but I feel like it's every year.
Yeah. Fucking 2-0 Bayern. Jesus.
Colts are signing Chase McLaughlin. Okay. I think we're good for tomorrow. We'll have more NFL breakdown, more college football breakdown, more MLB, more footy. U.S. Open's over.
Yep.
Oh.
Carlito, congratulations to him.
Mitt, how come you haven't given out any WNBA Finals picks? Bruce,
Because
you
the
too.
Aces are like giant favorites, and that's the only team that I like.
Okay.
Yeah, it was actually Sunday on tilt. Took the Las Vegas Aces and they won in OT. It was pretty fucking awesome.
Yeah, it's honestly it's just not worth laying the juice
You're a fucking-
anymore. But that's the team to bet on.
You're a
It was 2 weeks ago. I
What a fucking story.
parlayed them with Coco Goff. It was
You're
electric.
You're absolute fucking menace. All right, we'll be back tomorrow with more of everything. Good luck,
God bless.
Hammer.
Ah.